The moon hung low in the midnight sky, casting eerie shadows across the abandoned amusement park. Its rusting rides and decaying booths stood as testament to a time long past. A group of 5 teenagers, curious and daring, had decided to explore this forgotten place. They had heard whispers of a mysterious game that resided within the haunted funhouse, a game known to grant wishes at a terrible cost. Among them was Sam, the charismatic leader of the group, Emily, the cautious and clever girl, Jake, the thrill-seeker, Lily, the artist with a heart of gold, and Ethan, the quiet and analytical one. As the group ventured deeper into the funhouse, the air grew colder and the shadows seemed to take on a life of their own. They finally reached the heart of the abandoned attraction, where an old wooden table stood covered in cobwebs and dust. On the table lay a tattered deck of cards, each card inscribed with a chilling question. Curiosity overpowered caution, and Sam picked up a card. The question was simple but sinister. Would you rather have your deepest fear become reality, or lose the person you love most? A shiver ran down their spines. She chose not to answer the question. She yelled, "What kind of sick question that is?" As she got up from the table, suddenly her body dropped dead. Everyone was in shock. They realized they was trapped. They must play the game. One by one, they drew cards and faced increasingly dreadful dilemmas. As the game continued, they noticed that the choices they made became real before their eyes. If they chose to lose something, it vanished from existence. If they chose fear, it manifested in terrifying ways. Emily drew a card. Would you rather live a life of constant pain or lose the ability to feel anything at all? She hesitated, her heart pounding. She opted to lose the ability to feel, and suddenly her emotions drained away. She stared blankly at her friends, devoid of any emotion, and they felt an overwhelming sense of emptiness emanating from her. Lily's turn came next. Would you rather be trapped in eternal darkness or lose your arms forever? She couldn't bear the thought of losing her arms, so she chose darkness. In an instant, the lights around her flickered and vanished, leaving her in a world of complete blackness. The group's fear and disbelief escalated with every draw. Jake, feeling invincible, drew a card. Would you rather witness the death of your loved ones or cause it yourself? He swallowed hard, choosing to witness. Suddenly, haunting visions filled his mind as he watched his friends' gruesome deaths unfold in vivid detail. Ethan's hands trembled as he reached for a card. Would you rather face your worst nightmares or lose your memories? He chose nightmares, and as he closed his eyes, his deepest fears materialized around him, torturing his mind. As the night wore on, the teenagers faced increasingly horrific choices. Reality twisted around them, and the once familiar funhouse morphed into a nightmarish labyrinth. They could no longer deny the malevolent power of the game. Desperation began to set in. Jake, realizing the deadly consequences of their actions, shouted, "We have to end this. We have to find a way to beat the game." They pooled their minds, trying to decipher the game's twisted rules. Hours passed, their sanity slipping away as they grappled with impossible decisions. But the game seemed to anticipate their every move, forcing them into inescapable traps. Finally, with a heavy heart, Emily drew a card once more. The question on the card seemed insurmountable. Would you rather save your own life or sacrifice yourself to end the game? She knew what she had to do. "I choose to end the game," she whispered. A deafening silence filled the room as reality trembled. The game's power began to unravel, and the world around them dissolved into a vortex of chaos. Emily's sacrifice triggered a chain reaction that shattered the malevolent enchantment, freeing her friends from the clutches of the twisted game. When the darkness cleared, the teenagers found themselves back in the dilapidated funhouse, the game's cards scattered on the floor. Emily was nowhere to be seen. The price of victory had claimed her. Grief-stricken and haunted, the remaining friends emerged from the funhouse, forever changed by the horrors they had witnessed. They had learned a harsh lesson about the power of choices and the darkness that resided within their own hearts.